School and Augusta High School in the WIA require good sportsmanship by student athletes, coaches, and spectators in their scholastic class. Please support the players, coaches, and officials in a positive manner. Comments and bleachers during the competition. Thank you and enjoy the game. Now for our starting lineup, first for Augusta. Sophomore number 23, Andrew Jacobs. Sophomore number 25, Brennan King. Junior number 30, Dalton Robinson. Junior number 32, Aiden Anderson. And junior number 40, Tyler Brickson. Beavers are coached by Chris Schmidt. And now for your Lancers. Senior number 12, Ryan Zimmerman. Senior number 20, Isaiah Platt. Senior number 22, Ethan Sito. Junior number 40, Daniel Hine. And junior number 42, Britton Russ. Lancers are coached by Tom Williams.
Good evening, folks. I'm Ashton Loomis here alongside Luke Strike for tonight's boys varsity matchup against the Augusta Beavers. Lancers last time out had a loss, took a loss here at home against McDonald, and it was a very well contested game. 63-59, McDonald won in overtime. Augusta, their last time, beat Boyceville. Augusta 1-10 on the season. Played many more games than the Lancers have thus far. Lancers 3-4. Very well. Good penetration there. Plath with it, give it over to Sito now to Zimmerman in the corner. Good entry to the high post there for Plath, and he just couldn't quite finish the shot underneath there on that one. Augusta the other way. 3-foot and Augusta out to a quick 5-0 lead. Brennan King is the Beavers' leading scorer at 11.2 a game, scoring both the buckets here for the Beavers so far. Rutz in the corner now to Plath. An open line down low, and Daniel Hine off the glass. For the Beavers in this game, I think for them, the big focus that they will want to try to limit will be their turnovers. They average 23.8 turnovers a game, and well, you don't want to do that against any team, but against the Lancers, who are able to run up and down the floor pretty quick, they do like to get out and run. There's Lancers turn Augusta over on that one. I think if Augusta wants to make a game of it, they will have to limit those turnovers. And open three there from Hine, no good. Augusta back the other way, pushing the ball in quick. And a travel call there on number 40. That is Tyler Brickson. Brickson is the Beavers tied for their second leading scorer at 8.5 points a game. Zimmerman across the timeline for the Lancers. For the Lancers, on the contrary, you'd like to see them shoot well in this game. They've early in the season before break. That's a good start. Ryan knocks down a three, and the game is now tied up at 5. The Lancers were not shooting their best to start the season before Christmas, and they're hoping to improve on that now, as Anderson hits a three there for the Beavers. Beavers answered right back there. Now back up 3. Another thing, and no good for Ryan. Ball out of bounds. Off the Beavers, it will stay the manual ball. Another thing I think for the Lancers to look for is whether or not they are able to run their offense smoothly, have good communication, and work the ball around well. Open 3 there for Cito, off the mark. And rebound there will come the other way. And Beavers turn it over. It will be the Lancers basketball. But that's back to what I was saying. The Lancers haven't played since before Christmas, since that McDonald game, and you would like to see them move the ball well. A lot of teams struggle with that after being off for a couple weeks. Lancers so far looking like they're distributing the ball pretty well, moving their offensive sets well, and Hine was able to get a nice bucket there underneath. 7-8, Lancers down by 1, and we'll come back the way of Emmanuel. I didn't see. Did they call that a kickball? Or
yep, that was a kick.
Okay. Flat there. Put it up. Got it. Let's just go back on top. Flat will try to add one more.
First personal, teams first. Shooting 1 as they apply.
Klaus completes the 3-point play. Ball knocked away there from Rickson. Cito able to save it, and Zimmerman gets blocked hard from behind there. On the third chance opportunity there, puts it right up and in. And Ryan, after getting blocked, out of the possession of the Beavers.
Those are some very nice plays.
Yeah, Lancers moving the ball really quick. They don't look like a team that's been off for 3 weeks at all.
Yeah, all performing very nicely.
Yeah. 14-8 is the score. And out of bounds, it will go the way of Augusta is turning the ball over. I think too much for them if they want to be able to hang in this. That's really key. They're going to want to stop that and limit the Lancers' possessions. Nice strong pass there from Ryan. Well, it was a one-handed pass, but he made it work. Hine had a little space down low, but wasn't able to put it up and in. Meanwhile, Hine gets the board on defense there. 12.5 minutes left to play in the first half. Let's put it up underneath. And Hine on the putback attempt gets fouled and will go to the line for 2. A lot of dark colored jerseys under there. Tough to score that one for Britton. Surprised he put that up, but also glad to see the aggression there. Hine sinks the first free throw. Second free throw, no good. We'll go one for one from the line that time. Lancers in the man there, and Beavers got the offensive rebound there. And foul called there on number 23. That is
Falls on Augusta's
Andrew
number
Jacobs.
23. That's his first personal, team's third. Second personal.
Second personal, team's third there for Jacobs. A couple substitutions for the Lancers. Senior Paul Schierenbeck and junior Andrew Lau into the game. Schierenbeck in the corner. Up to Plath at the top of the key. Back out, kick out to 6 for 3 there. Straightaway 3, knocks it down. Great to see Lancers up 10 now. Good ball movement.
Robinson.
Dalton Robinson there with the bucket. Zimmerman will take the catch and shoot 3. That's back for the Lancers now. Shooting all right from outside to start this game. Great to see. Hopefully we'll continue and to a certain extent, from the Lancers' perspective, they hope it will continue in future games as well.
Into the Lancers, Daniel Hine.
And I say that, I point that out, because their three-point percentage through the first 4 games was 19.2% from outside. Shot rattling around there for Dalton Robinson, excuse me. And Zimmerman hits another on the other end.
That's Zimmerman's third 3 this game.
And there he picks up a steal, goes down the floor, Ryan Zimmerman. Zimmerman sitting at 11 points on the game.
32nd timeout, Augusta.
Huge thank you to Luke for taking care of the scorekeeping here. And he's also doing camera and providing some color commentary.
When I can.
Very busy man.
Let's see. This is your first game broadcasting this school year?
Yeah, this year, yeah.
Yeah. So Ashton's finally back, our main student commentator. Other commentator, Joel Bernthal, is still out with a leg injury. He won't be back till next year. Hopefully he's feeling better.
Our thoughts and prayers go out to Joel. He's a great guy. We miss him and hope to have him back before too long.
Yeah.
Beavers here working the ball around the perimeter. Haven't been able to get the ball inside yet. There they do. Down low to 21. And elbow jumper from number 4 there, no good. Plath comes away with a long rebound. Down the floor. Looks like it could have been a call there. Maybe give Isaiah and one opportunity, and I could tell by his body language he definitely thought that. Refs did not think so, and there what they see or is what matters. Lancers with the ball here. Plath across the timeline. Hine with turnaround jumper from the free throw line. Sinks it. Lancers are quickly up 20 in this game. 30-10. With 8:41 left in the first half. And ball knocked out of bounds by number 4 of Augusta, Stetson Gaindong.
And number 32,
Lancers ball right underneath us. Shearing back off the inbound. Lancers working the ball around. And I think on that play, Daniel had a knock from behind, and I think he thought the call was going to be. He didn't really go after it immediately. I think he thought the call was going to be out of bounds off of Augusta, but instead he did touch it last. Lancers playing pretty tough defense there. I think I've seen this a few times so far, and I'm not criticizing the Lancers defense, but it's looked like they out on the perimeter they've been aggressive, which is a good thing, but maybe a little bit too much, and have overcommitted and left a man open to get the jump shot from usually right around the elbow there, and Cito able to score that one for the Lancers. Lead back to 20 for Emmanuel, 32-12. Beavers looking for an inlet to the post. Nelson was there, and I think that was the right call there. Number 11 definitely lowered his helmet to the chest of Daniel Mayhew there, and Daniel had his feet set. Was an offensive foul. First personal there for Mitchell Johnson. Team's fourth. Nice job there by Rutz. Using the hesitation to allow the defender to fly right by him and put it up and in. Ball out of bounds there, last touch by Plath.
Surprisingly, despite the Lancers' aggressive defense, they haven't gotten any fouls yet this game.
Yeah, they've played a clean game so far, that's for sure. Plath is eventually able to come away with that ball there. Great job by Isaiah. Being strong, going for that ball, tough hands. And Rutz not able to get the floater to fall there. And ball stolen there by number 5. Number 5 for the Beavers is not in the program, not on the roster here. So we do not have his name, regrettably. And Zimmerman picks the nonchalant bounce pass there. Inbound to Beavers. Puts it up, put it up and in. And he will get a chance at the line for 2 more after this timeout. Timeout called by the Beavers. What are your thoughts so far, Luke?
Well, Lancers have definitely got a big lead in this game. The Beavers are going to have to play hard and get past that strong defense they've got. They just have to watch their passes, maybe make a drive every now and then. If they can't make a shot, maybe they can get a foul and get a few free throws in.
Yeah, and one thing I think for Augusta, other than obviously the turnovers for sure, but one other thing that I think not reflected in the stats, but something that they would definitely like to improve on as the game progresses. Their defense has not been able to prevent the Lancers from getting an entry pass to the post yet. The Lancers, whenever they
shooting one shot, Ryan Zimmerman.
If they work the ball around and want to get it inside, they've been able to thus far. Zimmerman's free throw there does fall. And shot up and no good there for number 5. Lancers on the other end. Turn the ball over and the Beavers the other way. And I think I've got yep. First personal there for Flash. Team second. The game's been a fast-paced one. Both teams have shown willingness to just run up and down the floor so far the whole game. They haven't been shy on that. The big thing that depends on as far as whether a team has the ability, other than speed, what decides whether they have the ability to run up and down the floor. Really is what their bench looks like, how deep of a team they are, if they can trust their bench to be able to put some quality minutes out there for them, and both teams have shown a willingness to do that.
Not sure what that just was. Looked like 25 had the ball and then tripped and ended up with 2 people on the floor, but refs didn't call anything.
Yeah, Ryan did a nice job trying to interrupt that inbound there, and how about that? Lead for the Lancers, 31 points. But how about that tip on the previous bucket for the Lancers from Isaiah, able to get right up there, play at a level with the rim.
Yeah, that was
just tip in that miss. Athletic play. I just got a text from Prof. Rail. He has informed us that number 5 is Marcus Livingston, is his name. Oh, yep. Lancers back out on the floor after timeout. Here come the Beavers. Ball out of bounds there. Looks like it will stay with the Beavers. Try to drive in there to high post. And step back jumper at the high post for Brennan King. Goes down. And King now has 9 points for the Beavers. He is their leading scorer. Averages the highest on the team, and also leading them thus far in this game. Ethan sit over there, able to get it in. And foul called there on Hine as he went for the ground. Little scramble for the ball.
Second personal, team's fourth.
Hine second, team's fourth. Beavers drive it inside there. No good ball. Touch there by Britton Rex. King will inbound along the baseline. King in the corner. He'll take the jumper. No good, board pulled down there by Phil. Try to get it up ahead there to Wow. And the pass was just a little bit too long and not quite able to keep it from going out of bounds. And three there up and good for Anderson.
30-second timeout.
Lancers called a timeout here. 3:06 remaining in the game. 44-18 is the Lancers lead. Lancers have looked a little bit more scrambled. They're just in that little spurt since the last time out. Hopefully they can fend off fatigue and keep strong with the ball. Play sharp out there. Lau there in the post wasn't able to put it up off the pass as he was on the curl motion there. And ball was tipped there. Zimmerman down the floor. Put up the three. It was no good. King's pass. They're deflected, but will be out of bounds off of Andrew Lau. Beavers ball once again. Lancers still able to disrupt a lot of passes there by the Beavers. The Beavers have had a couple go their way out of bounds off the Lancers, or cause the Lancers to foul, but Lancers have been able to get their hands on the ball just about at any opportunity.
Ball remaining with number 14, ball Sheerenbeck, first personal, team still.
Foul on the floor there. Sheerenbeck's first personal, team fifth.
Falls on the man with
Another
number
foul
42, Britton Rutz. First personal, team
This
6.
one on Britton Rutz.
Shooting 2, Tyler
First
Dixon.
personal, team 6.
Into the Lancers, Isaiah Flack.
First one there. Isaiah Plath will check into the game for Britton Rutz. Second one good there for Rickson as well. And good pick and roll there. Ryan dumps it off to Siddle. Able to finish. Pick and roll. Oldest play in basketball, and it still works. Oh. Good look to get that ball to
Checking in for the Lancers,
Very-
Daniel Mayhew.
very athletic block from one of the Beavers players. Was it Anderson or Robinson?
Oh, I think it might have been Anderson.
Okay, we will go with that. Zimmerman 3, no good on that one. Didn't have much space. Nevertheless, was in rhythm. Not a bad shot to take. Under a minute left to play in the first half here. Ball back to the Beavers. Robinson at the top of the key. Anderson now. Back to Robinson. Lancers still playing that aggressive man. And foul called. I believe that is on Sharon Beck. Got a hand across the arm there of number 23, Andrew Jacobs.
Personal, team 7.
Second personal on
Shooting a
call.
bonus for Augusta, Andrew Jacobs.
Seventh, the Beavers will now be in the bonus for the last 25 seconds of this half. Front end of the 1-and-1, no good. Rebound pulled down by Mayhew. Zimmerman across the timeline. Looks like Lancers will hold for last shot here. Under 10 seconds. Need to do something, run a pick and roll. There you go, sit on the corner. I thought it looked like from here he was able to save it, but not quite. 1 second remaining. It'll be Beavers' ball. All they got time for is to catch it and chuck it up there. Didn't get the shot off in time there. And that will be the close of the first half. Lancers will take a 26-point lead into the locker room. I think they're happy with the way they came out of the gate early in this one. Played aggressively.
Yeah. Definitely went for the rebounds a lot.
Yeah, towards the end, I thought there were a few things that looked like they could be cleaned up. A little bit uncoordinated in their play. Maybe.
Yeah, just a little bit.
A little bit more communication, maybe, and
And there were a few
a
times.
little bit of fine tuning to
Yeah.
hit them a little bit sharper out there
Few
towards the end
times.
of the half, but they were overall in the half played quite well. You're never ever going to complain about a 26-point lead at the half.
Yeah.
And we'll be back for the second half of action in just under 9 minutes, and we will take a little break. Stick around, we'll see you then. All right, we're back for the second half of action here. Lancers took a 46-20 lead into the break. And we'll see what they have in store here in the second half. Some stats for you tonight. Lancers 3-1 on the season. So far 3-0 in conference play. Lancers averaging 61 points a game. Meanwhile, Augusta 48.5 points a game. And we talked about those turnovers for Augusta, 23.8 per contest. Lancers 12.5. Obviously, you'd love to see a zero number there, but that is expecting a little bit too much. Lancers on the season rebounding slightly better than Augusta, 31.2 rebounds a game to Augusta's 29.8. Beavers will come the other way. Shooting for each team so far, Lancers shooting 41.4% from the floor. Bucket there for Ruts on the Lancers end. Augusta shooting 34% from the field. For the Lancers, I think they're 41.4%. You'd like to see that a little bit higher, as well as three-point field goal percentage. Love to see both those numbers improve. And it'll be Lancers ball here in the corner. And we've got a COVID switch of basketballs here. I can see over there Prof. Kranz by the scorer's table, keeping a couple balls there to switch out so that they have a change them out. Hine there able to put up the bucket from inside there. 50-20 the score. That was Hine's 10th, 11th point of the game.
Robinson, 3.
Lays it up, got a couple bounces on the
Falls on Augusta's
rim and got it to go the right way.
First person games first. Shooting 1, Britton Brooks.
Britton with 3-point opportunity here. Sinks it. Lancers, if I remember correctly, I didn't write down any of their free throw shooting numbers. But I do remember seeing that Ryan Zimmerman was shooting a good number from the line, and I think the team number overall was pretty healthy. And that's good to see. They're called free throws for a reason, and you always like to see teams capitalize on those points from the line. Number 30 in the corner. And ball lost there by number 23. That was Andrew Jacobs. Ball gets poked out of bounds there by the Beavers on the fast break, and Zimmerman will underbound. got it into Hine, and Hine just couldn't quite hang on to it. Lost it there, and now we've got a foul on the other end of the floor.
First personal. Teams first.
This game still, so far in the second half, has remained to be quite the up-tempo game. Both teams getting out and running at every opportunity. And in games like that, turnovers become even more important than they already are. Siddle lays it up and in. But yeah, turnovers become extra important in up-tempo games, because if you turn the ball over, you're not only giving the other team another possession, but you're giving them a fast break opportunity most of the time in a quick game when they know how to run up and down the floor. So there for Zimmerman, good. Foul is on Robinson there, his first. Team's second, and Zim sinks both from the line. Lancer's now on his own defense. Looked like a 1-3-1 out there. Hine got tangled up there with Anderson on the rebound. Both went to the ground. Anderson looked a little shaken up there, but thankfully comes up quickly, looks all right. He will go to the bench, gather himself a bit. Never like to see players get shook up when they hit the ground like that. And Rux's little floater there was blocked inside. And Lancers were not able to secure the rebound there on that trip down the floor. Plath will inbound, out of bounds here, off to our left. Good shoot from Zimmerman, down to Plath, cutting along the baseline there. Zimmerman picks up the assist, and Plath 2 points. 59-23 now. 13:40 left in the game. 3 up and good for Robinson. Beavers haven't had a real easy time getting open looks from the perimeter. Lancers perimeter defense has been pretty solid, and I believe that I heard somebody say white ball. Really had me confused for a second, but over loud system we do hear it was a foul on Zimmerman, block on him, which was what it appeared to be. Schoenbeck able to get a hand on the pass, but Beavers able to control it. King there with 3, no good. But anyway, what I was saying was Beavers haven't gotten a lot of easy looks from outside. Lancers have done pretty good job defending that, but when they have gotten looks, they've converted them. They've shot it pretty well from outside. 3 for Mayhew on the offensive end for the Lancers. Did not go down. King into the corner, and Beavers continue working it around. Finally get an open shot. There, did not go. Sternbeck with it for the Lancers. Between the circles. Able to get it there to Hine. But Beavers were able to snag it away from him. And Stevenson Beandahl there with that bucket. Leading scorer in the game for Beavers is Brendan King with still 9 points. I thought he'd gotten a couple more since I said that last. Sorry, don't mean to repeat myself. Lancers plus 30 at this snapshot in time. Meanwhile, for Lancers, leading scorer Zimmerman with 21. Is that what you got, Luke?
I got 18.
You got 18? Yes, you are correct. Poor math on my part. All over to Mayhew, and Lancers get it taken away. Coach Williams there, able to get the timeout off in time for Emmanuel.
Timeout, Emmanuel.
One thing to say about the Beavers here is so far in this half, their defense has looked much improved over the first half. They've gotten their hands on a lot of Lancers passes, unless it's just lazy passes by the Lancers is a possibility, but so far Emmanuel's turned the ball over a few more times so far in the second half.
Yeah, and it seems Emmanuel's not getting quite as many rebounds as they got the first half. They don't usually have so many people down by the basket.
I haven't seen, and I did kind of notice that a little bit on a couple possessions. I haven't seen the box out for the rebound as much as you'd like to see him do that. That's Siddle far side, now over to Hine. He'll take the mid-range jumper. And left it short. King back the other way into the corner. And underneath there for Jacobs. Put it up and in. Beavers haven't let the Lancers get the ball inside with near the ease they did in the first portion of the game. Siddle drive towards the basket, and as he was falling, had to throw it up, and Beavers with it. There was a lot of, and ball did roll out of bounds. Just barely rolled out of bounds. Ref was right on top of it, caught it.
Checking in for the Lancers. Last.
on the last possession. There's a lot of dark colored jerseys underneath the hoop that Ethan went at. That would have been a tough finish even if he hadn't have been falling. Lancers in the man. I think, wow, I should correct myself from earlier. After I looked a little more closely, I don't believe they ever went to the zone. I think that was just a mistake on my part. And foul underneath that will be on Isaiah Plath. His third, I believe.
Number 20 for the Emmanuel Lutheran Lancers, Isaiah Plath.
Nope, only his second.
Shooting
Team's
two,
third.
Drew Jacobs.
There's lots of going back and forth over this one side of the court, over that ball before we got to this foul.
Yeah.
Lancers are picking up a bit on their defense and trying to get the ball back.
Yeah. Both free throws there go down. Zimmerman into the front court. Plath with it between the circles. Gives it up to Siddle. Scherenbeck, I think he kind of settled there a bit for the three. He had space. Paul's a good shooter. Is able to knock that one down. In fact, Paul leads the Lancers in three-point percentage, shooting 33% on the year so far. Definitely a good shooter. Had the space. Wasn't quite in rhythm. And over and back call there against the Lancers. King will inbound far side. What's your thoughts, Luke, as to how the game's going and the rest of the game?
The play is definitely a little bit more slow, not as many points being scored.
Yeah. A little bit more scrappy, not quite such smooth offense we saw in the first half.
Yeah. Both teams playing a lot heavier defense.
Yeah.
Having a hard time getting past the first layer to even get down below the basket.
Yeah. It's been tough for both teams to get the entry pass into the paint.
Yeah. And there have been a few people trying to go for a three, but not many of those have made it in. Don't think there's been any this half yet. Maybe one or two.
Maybe. I'm not sure myself.
Definitely not as many as there were last half.
Yeah. Robinson brought it up 4 for the Beavers. Gave it up now. King underneath. Turnaround jumper off the glass and in. Tough defense down low there for Siddle. Made Robinson settle for the turnaround jumper instead of just being able to go right up and put her up and in. But nevertheless, King was able to knock it down. Yep, I thought that's what they called a foul on Hine there as he reached to try to disrupt that pass. And 3 in the corner for the Beavers. Goes down. That is Mitchell Johnson. Up and no good there for Rutz on the drive. Got the ball back and went up, headed towards the rim. Was falling between two defenders and able to just toss it up and got it to go in with perfection off the glass. Free throw no good, unable to complete the three-point play. Nevertheless, very impressive play there for Ryan Thurman. Ball out of bounds. Yep, that will be Lancer's ball. Wow, how about that play though for Ryan?
Yeah, that was great. I mean, to make the basket as he was falling.
Yeah, great intensity out there. Got the ball back for the Lancers and made something happen with it. Three did not go down there for Scherenbeck. Three on the other end for the Beavers. Lancers call the timeout. Beavers have been able to cut the Lancers lead to 20. I think you can credit that. Got to give credit for sure to Augusta for their well-improved defense since the first half.
Yeah.
Also haven't turned the ball over, at least excessively. Haven't let the Lancers get out and run on a fast break. And much more gritty play here in the second half so far.
Yeah, it seems like the enthusiasm is starting to ramp up a little bit. People are getting just a little bit more aggressive, but not quite fouling.
Yeah, haven't been. It's been a pretty clean game played by both. Scherenbeck will inbound for the Lancers along the baseline. Lancers going left to right here in the second half. Number 32 out there on the floor for the Lancers for the first time tonight is Vance Havemeyer. I think I'm saying that right. Right, Luke?
I think it might be Havemeyer.
Havemeyer? Okay. King with the ball. Gets in the high post and good cut to the basket there for Johnson. Upset with himself for not getting that one to go. Good ball movement. Great cut, but in the end couldn't quite get the layup to go down. Bucket good there for Jacobs. Rutz in the corner. Zimmerman got run over where he set the screen there, and wide open for three. Did not go down, but he'll head to the line for 3 shots.
Ball on Augusta's number 11, Mitchell Johnson. Second personal, team's fourth. Shooting 3.
Foul on Mitchell Johnson. Team's fourth. Still got a little ways to go before we get to the bonus. first one there for Scherenbeck was good. Bounce on the second one. Siddle and Plath into the game for Emmanuel. Live on release. Scherenbeck hits all three of them. Great job there for Paul to sink all three. Make Augusta pay for that foul. Lancers come away with the rebound off the putback attempt. Siddle into the corner for Plath. Could tell Isaiah wanted to take that shot. Surprised to see he didn't. Rebound there gathered by Jacobs. King all the way down the floor.
30-second timeout.
Able to put that one up and in. And Augusta will get the timeout. Lancers up 19-64 to 45. Under 5 minutes remaining in play. All right, Luke, give us some math numbers.
Oh dear. So, if I've been doing this right, so far Ryan Zimmerman is the highest scorer for the Lancers. He's got 20 points. 20 points, yep.
Oh, yeah. I didn't see you had that 1 more 2 crossed out there.
Yeah, and for Augusta, it's King. He has 13 points.
All right, thanks, Luke, for that update. Scherenbeck went to the ground pretty hard there. And King pulls up the 3. Siddle with it. Bounce in the corner. Back to Plath. Lancers looking for the open passing lane inside. Zimmerman now. Siddle again. Lancers not able to quite find the open shot they want here. And foul there called on Mitchell Johnson, sorry. Got the first and last name reversed.
Third personal teams. Into the Lancers, Britton Roots.
Britton Roots checks back into the game for the Lancers.
Falls on Augusta's number 11, Mitchell Johnson. Fourth personal team, 6.
One more foul here on Johnson. Scherenbeck got the inbound in the backcourt, and Zimmerman will bring it across. believe, yep.
Denson,
Lancers will be in the bonus. Polished with the 1-1.
Second personal, team 7. Shooting the bonus, Paul Sheeran.
Front end, no good, left a little short. Stevenson, Veendahl. Down the Sito able to get it over there to Rutz. A little bit late. It was Sito had a defender between him and Britton. But Britton was able to draw contact, get to the line. Rutz does a pretty good job of doing that, using the pump fake to get fouled, get to the line. Use the hesitation, always calm and collected in those situations. First free throw good. Daniel Hine back into the game for the Lancers. Scherenbeck will get a water break. Clapp almost able to take that ball away there, and this time he is. And they had not been on the court, but Sito able to lay it up and in off the glass. 68-51 score now. King able to work it inside to Stevenson Veendahl, and not quite good there. Rutz couldn't get the defender to bite on the pump fake there. And three there from Anderson was no good. Rutz called for the travel there. As he fell to the floor. A lot of contact from a couple dark jerseys. Clean contact nonetheless, but still a tough position. Daniel Mayhew down the floor, goes off the glass with the steal and the fast break points there for the Lancers. Number 21 there, Hunter, the ink on the page is Kirchhoff, I believe. Ink on the page was not quite sufficient to read that for my eyes. Hine able to eventually come down with the rebound there. He'll bring it across. Final score, Lancers win 70-53. You want to total up? 70-53 win for the Lancers here on the home floor. Played very well in the first half. A couple things we had mentioned. We were hoping they would come out and getting some feedback there. Not sure what that was all about. Lancers came out, opened the first half very solidly, played a very well played first half. Second half got a little bit sloppier. Both teams played good defense though, and Lancers will in the end come away with a win that they absolutely have to be happy with.
About 70.
What's that?
About 70.
Oh, okay. Yeah. 70 to 53. The final scores here for the Lancers. Big thank you to Luke for keeping good track of the stats throughout the game. Ryan Zimmerman led the Lancers in scoring, finished with 20 points. Isaiah Plath second in scoring with 12 for the Lancers, put up a solid game. Daniel Hine finished with 11. Good game for him. Britton Rutz finished with 9. And Daniel Mayhew with 5. And Paul Scherenbeck with 3. Oh, my eyes skipped right over Ethan's point total. Ethan Siddle finishes with 12 points on the night for the Lancers. I'm sorry, 10. My mistake. And Lancers in the end come away with a good win. What's your final takeaway, Luke?
That was a great game to watch. Lots of intensity.
Yeah. Entertaining, very intense.
Yeah. Different parts where they had little things they could work on, but overall it was a good game to watch.
Yeah.
I'm glad we're able to host these games and broadcast them, even with all this stuff going on. Players did a very good job.
Yeah. Well, your final score here from Emmanuel will be 70 to 53. Lancers come away with the win. We thank you for joining us, and we will see you next time. I'm Ashton Loomis. Thank you, Luke Strike, for his fine work as well.